we're back. Hey, it's the Frustrated Rockstars. In case you're wondering, I'm Justin, not Timberlake. I get that all the time. And Jeff, how you doing, Jeff?
We're doing great here. We are at the Atlanta Brewing Company.
Ooh.
And tonight, the headliner, we're going to talk about great music towns.
Ooh, yeah.
Are there great music towns? Is it a fact, a myth? Is it perception? We'll get into that.
I want to tell you right now, but I can't because it's time for what, Jeff?
The opening act.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? Tonight's opening act is kind of a two-parter. Real quick, Eddie Van Halen got married to his girlfriend/publicist.
Happy
Janie.
nuptials.
But here's the story. Eddie is also suing Nike because they're making a shoe that has that 5150 pattern.
Right.
What do you think? Sign it or drop it?
I say drop it, actually.
You don't think he should sue him?
No, well, he can sue him all he wants, but I don't think that they looked at Van Halen pattern and said, ooh, let's make Van Halen shoes.
Well, hey, I say sign it. Did you see the picture of him?
It looks
it's
just
the same
like
pattern.
But nobody knows that but true Van Halen fans. Well, and we're all of the age we're not running out buying Van Halen sneakers.
Yeah. Well,
I've got a pair of Def Leppard leotards on under this. I mean, really, it's that silly.
Right. Well, you're right about that, but the fact of the matter is he does have
his own
patent. He has the patent.
And he has his own
pattern.
shoe. I think that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, because it was one thing just to use the pattern, but he's actually selling an Eddie Van Halen shoe with the pattern, and this does
What
look
I've
like
heard is that his shoe is a total rip of the Chuck Taylor Converse.
Yeah.
So everybody borrows.
Yeah.
Everybody borrows. I say drop it. I'm sorry. Well, they obviously didn't do it, but if he can win money, okay.
Yeah. I say sign. I think he's got a case, so it's worth suing. Let's check out tonight's headliner. And of course, your headliner tonight brought to you by Teezeria.com. They make some great t-shirts.
Oh.
Actually, you make the t-shirt because you pick the color, the design, all that stuff, and they ship it to you in the pizza box.
Mmm, delicious.
Can I quote you?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a spicy meatball! So they got some great deals there. And
they're killer. Any kind of shirt you want, too.
Yeah, pop culture, music, everything.
Pop culture, anything.
And if you enter the coupon code ROCK, you get 15% off. Tonight we're going to talk about great music towns, fact or myth.
Oh, it's a fact. I'm cutting you right off. There's good music towns.
Well, like, are you talking about presently or like where genres emerge? It seems to be the great music towns are where genres emerge, like, grunge in Seattle is a great example.
Sure.
Glam hair bands of the LA. And Hollywood in the 80s.
Rock and roll in Memphis.
Rock and roll in Memphis.
Zydeco in New Orleans.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's great music. Well, you don't like it?
I don't think it's great.
Well,
I mean, personal opinion. There's no wrong answers.
Right, there's no wrong answers. What if you love Zydeco music? New Orleans is your Graceland.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. And you know what? We are actually in a huge music town right now.
Thank you. I was going to say, right here in Atlanta, if you're into rap and R&B, I mean, this is the new Motown.
Oh, my God.
This is the Motown of the modern, era.
Just name who else come out recently.
Oh,
Outkast.
are you kidding me? You
T.I.,
want to name them? Ludacris.
Jermaine Dupri.
TLC.
There's no denying that Atlanta is a great rap town.
There's also some foreign cities, too, if you think about it. London.
The swinging 60s.
Well, if you want to talk about Liverpool, little band came out of there, the Beatles.
Well, that's one band. I wouldn't consider that a great town.
What about Manchester, which is right across the bridge from there, where you had Oasis?
Yeah, but they weren't great music towns.
Jesus Jones?
Yeah, but they weren't great music towns. It's just it so happened that these great bands came out of the towns. Like,
yeah, but you know what?
There was no scene, right?
No, there was no scene, but the town was so crappy that people said, I will do anything I can do to get out of this town. I'll even practice my guitar 5 hours a day, because I don't want to work in a factory like my dad did.
Right.
So I call that a good music town.
I don't call that a great music town.
Why do you think all the great black music came out of Detroit? Because all those black guys were poor in Detroit and said, I don't want to be poor and work in a factory. I'm going to sing on the corner and hone my craft. That's where all the doo-wop
Right,
came.
but it all stayed in Detroit. Motown, it all stayed there. In Manchester, there's no recording studio. Everyone went to London. Everybody got the hell out of town because it wasn't a good music
topic is great music town. That makes it a great music town.
But you're saying
guess what it created? It created tourism. It put
no one goes to Manchester to see where Noel Gallagher lives.
Oh, yeah, no one goes to Liverpool. You don't think if you go to Liverpool right now it's Beatles?
I think more people go to London because that's where
people are going to London
That's where the scene was. There was no scene in Liverpool. That's why they left.
People fly to London and go, okay, London, Piccadilly Square, mind the gap. But let's go check out Liverpool while we're here.
Well, that's the hardcore fans. What I'm saying is there was no scene there. Otherwise, these bands wouldn't have wanted to get out of town.
Well, the scene towns are obviously the big towns. Boston is the power pop scene. That's where Aerosmith came from, the Cars. You know, New York City is always going to be a scene town because it's New York City. It's where all the labels.
And so is LA.
Right.
So I mean, some are going to be. But
what are you telling me? So Austin doesn't count? Austin has the most.
Okay. Enough with the Austin.
But
Okay.
It's got the most live music.
I don't care. The most live music, but no one knows any bands from there. The last band to come out of Austin.
It's a great music town.
The last band to come out of Austin was Fastball. They had one song, The Way. That was it. Yes, great. You can go see live bands 100 nights a week.
Emails go to him. Their second album.
Wait, I thought you'd be on my boat on this.
I'm sorry.
Can you name one band from Austin?
Fastball.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. What about Austin? What about Austin, Texas? Austin City Limits.
That's what I just said. Austin. We're talking about Austin.
All right. Well, there you go. What about Austin City Limits? It's Stevie Ray Vaughan.
That's 30 years ago.
So
that's
what?
one guy. I'm talking
30
about.
30 years ago. Oh.
No, Austin has this reputation.
What are you, Christopher Columbus?
Austin has this reputation of, I can go see a live band every night of the week.
You can.
Well, I can do that in Atlanta. Yeah, I can do that in probably.
It's still a great music town.
Not when it comes to affecting the whole scene of world music.
Well, then there's 5 towns.
Right.
New York, LA, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Throw in Montreal.
No. Yeah, Nashville, New York, LA, London, and then that's it.
Yeah, what about Nashville?
All right, that's it.
Does that count?
Yes, it does. That's where all the.
All right, well, Jeff has all the
are.
answers, so send him all the emails. All right.
Well, I think we got it. We narrowed it down to 5 towns.
But those little towns matter too.
No, because people got out to go to the big towns, to one of the big 5.
All right.
Burnt you down to the ground.
I disagree, but I mean, we have to move on. We've got other news to get to.
You tell us what you think. Email us info@thefrustratedrockstars.com.
You're kind of smelly, too.
Leave comments at YouTube. We love to respond to them. And, of course, we will get to some of your comments in tonight's encore. But first, let's do some solo riffs.
Bill Gates, computers. Sam Walton, retail chains. We have definitive artists when it comes to so many things in life, but yet what makes music so great is that we don't have it in music. Some say country, Garth Brooks. Some say country, Hank Williams. Some say rock, Black Sabbath. Hey, what about the Metallica people? There's no wrong answers, and that's what makes music so great.
So I'm sitting home the other night and nothing on TV, but my TiVo recorded a very special show, Classic Albums. If you are a music fan, this is the best show to watch, and I happen to watch a brand new one, Duran Duran's Rio, and they go deep and talk about every track on some great albums with the artists, the producers, everything. Awesome stuff. Hey, speaking of awesome stuff, we got some great fans doing some great comments. Let's check it out in tonight's encore. All right, here's a comment from DeMarco on YouTube.
Dave DeMarco.
I think it's Dave DeMarco.
That's a character name in a movie that Jeff and I wrote.
Yeah, it's also a real character that we went to college with. But
well, there go the royalties.
Commenting on Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda, an episode we did recently.
And a song we wrote back in
1998.
Thank you.
We were talking about guys that were in bands before they made it, and this was a pretty good one, I thought. Chad Channing.
Is that not Carol Channing?
No.
Oh, isn't this wonderful?
He played on Nirvana's Bleach and Insecticide. DeMarco personally thinks that Dave Grohl is the worst drummer ever.
Interesting.
Even Cobain played better guitar on those records than Dave did drums. Zing!
Wow.
But that's a great example, though. Chad Channing was in Nirvana before Nirvana made it, of course, big with Nevermind.
We talk about Nirvana so many times. We've said everything there is to say about Nirvana.
I don't think Dave Grohl's that bad of a drummer. I think Dave Grohl is great. But anyway.
But I mean, he was obviously playing drums like a guitarist plays drums, and he was better as a frontman.
Right. And but yeah, that's a
great comment.
Good one, DeMarco. Thank you so much for commenting. And if you want to, email us info@thefrustratedrockstars.com or
pictures of your girlfriend.
Leave some comments on YouTube. And until next time from the Atlanta Brewing Company, thank you so much for joining us.
Chef, enjoy your music.